Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through how I update my product photos for my Faire and Etsy accounts. My listings needed a bit of a revamp, so I took some new product photos and updated my accounts. If you're interested in seeing my process of how I take product photos for my business, grab your drink of choice, get comfy, and let's go. Alright, so I'm going to use this table runner that I have as a base for my flat lay, ironing it out because it is super wrinkled. And I'm going to use things that I already own. I found these things around the house and thought they would look really nice for the shoot, so I decided to play around and see what worked. I actually really love taking product photos, taking photos in general, so that's probably why I completely forgot to even talk while I was doing it. Past me was focused and had her eye on the prize. This is another fun way that I like to express my creativity, so I can get really into playing photographer for the day and genuinely enjoy photo shoot days. I like to shoot various angles, use different props with different colors and textures that really complement the products. Lighting is everything. I really like using natural light. I think it's the best option, but if you have artificial lights, studio lights, or any lights essentially that light up your product and make it look the best that it can, then go for it. I do have a camera, however, for this shoot, I just decided to use my phone because it was easier. This is another opportunity to really showcase your work, your art, your products, whatever it is that you're offering. So really take the time to take some quality photos, but also make sure you're having some fun, let loose, experiment, try different things, different angles, different compositions, and see where it takes you. Hello everyone, welcome back, or you probably didn't leave, it's welcome back for me. So we took the product photos yesterday and now we're going to edit them today. So I wanted to share a bit of my process with you. This is just my process and how I edit photos. It's not the only way to do it by any means. This is just what works for me. So if you're interested in knowing the step-by-step process, maybe you're curious of changing the way you do your photos, or maybe you want to start for the first time, I wanted to provide step-by-step instructions just in case. So I typed them out on my phone so I wouldn't forget any steps. I probably still forgot a few steps anyways, but I'll read it to you so we can talk through it a little bit. Alright, so first things first, since I took the pictures on my phone, I'll select all the pictures and then airdrop them to my laptop. Once they're on my laptop, I'll go through each photo, make my selects. After I choose the ones I want to actually go through, I'll add those into my photo editing software. In this case, I'm using Lightroom. There's a plenty of photo editing softwares out there, so it's just your preference of which you want to use. I just choose to use Lightroom, but there's all kinds out there that you can choose from. Once I add them to Lightroom, I arrange them in a way that's easiest for me to edit. In this case, since I took pictures of all my products, I'm going to arrange them by product and group them all together just so it's easier for me to edit in that way. Something I actually want to note is on photo shoot day, I try to take as many pictures as I can because it's better to have too many pictures to choose from than not enough. If you don't have enough pictures to choose from, you may have to do a reshoot. Sometimes it may be as easy as just setting up your flat lay again or setting up your area to how it was before in order to shoot, but other times it may be a little bit harder, more complicated, or maybe you can't get exactly the same environment as when you shot the first time, so it's better to just get it done all in one go. So because of that, I really try to take more pictures than what I need, just so I have a lot to choose from, a lot of variety. And if you do it that way, then you may end up with hundreds of pictures to look at depending on how much you're shooting or how long you're shooting, which is fine. Having more options is better. However, it just may take a little bit longer when you're sorting through all the pictures to go through them. A lot of them might start looking the same to you, but just take a little bit of time to sort through them and you should be good. I know that I'm always grateful that I have more to choose from than less, because I've been in situations before where I didn't have enough options to choose from and either went without and lost the opportunity for a shot or had to redo the whole thing. And of course that takes a lot of time to set it all up again. Then you have to start from the beginning. So it's better to have more options the first time than to regret not having it at all. And so after I've added all my photos to Lightroom and arranged them the way that I want, from there I'll fix really obvious edits. So maybe a picture is really crooked, or I know that I want to crop it in a certain way. So I'll go in and fix that because it's an obvious fix and it doesn't take too long. And it's a nice foundation to start off with when you're going in and making more in-depth edits on each image. And after all of the images are straight and good to go and the composition is just how you want it, then I'll go in and start color correcting. I'll color correct all of the images, and after that I'll go into each image and get into the nitty-gritty of brightness and shadows and just making those adjustments for each photo. Or maybe there's a certain filter or certain look that I want them to have. I'll go in and make those adjustments. Overall, I want to make sure that the products are not blurry, that each image is nice and crisp and well lit, as well as making sure that they all look really nice together. There's not an image that's considerably darker than another and vice versa. Because when you're putting them on your website or on Etsy or wherever you have them, you want to make sure that it has a nice cohesive look. There's not an image that like stands out in a bad way, that they all look really nice next to each other. And that's pretty much it. Let's dive in. I'll show you a few examples of how I edit and what that looks like. So this is Lightroom. So I added all my photos, but I want uploaded them here. So here's, you see all the photos that I'm going to work with. I'm going to edit all of these. Like I said, I'm going to go in and fix some really obvious issues. It'll be really easy to tell if it's misaligned because it'll look really funky since you have the horizontal lines here. So just ensuring that everything is straight just makes things look a little bit better right off the bat. So some of the obvious adjustments that I want to make, you see right here, is the book pictures and how it has the edge of the book and that's crooked. So I'm definitely going to go in and fix that ASAP. But if you're going for that look, then yeah, by all means keep it. Whatever look you're trying to do, then go for it. But I want all of them straight as possible, just because I think it looks better. So I'm actually bummed out about this picture because I did not take a multiple of this one, and sure enough, this picture is blurry. And I don't have any other versions of this photo, so this is the only one that I have. And it's blurry. This is what's in focus. This is not. Definitely don't want that. But it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. You can either retake that photo really quick or not use it, whatever you gotta do. But just wanted to point that out, that that picture is the only one that I have and that is blurry. Yeah, so the book pictures are really obvious for the misalignment. You just gotta go in and readjust them to however you want it to look. No? Okay. And see there, when I adjusted that one, it crops out part of the product, which we definitely don't want that. So you kind of have to figure out like what's more important. Showing the product is obviously the most important. You don't want to compromise how it looks, because then that just makes it a bad photo. You want to make sure that the photo looks nice, but then you also have clear view of your product. That's what the picture is showcasing. And sometimes you just take a bad photo, or what you thought you wanted to use, you end up not using after all, because maybe it just didn't quite come out the way you wanted it to. That's okay. It happens. Ooh, okay, so I think, oh, nope, spoke too soon. Let me fix this one really quick. All right. And if there's any other ones that come up that need adjustments, then I can fix them on the spot while I'm editing that specific photo. For now, I think I got most of them. Perfect. Okay, now next step. So the next step is actually editing the photos, and from here it's preference. You adjust to how you want it, whether you have a certain filter you want to use or you want to make certain adjustments, certain vibe that you're going for, whatever it is that you're looking for, that you want to accomplish, then this is where your creative juices flow. So I'm going to go in and make my edits to each of the images on how I want them to look, and then I'll come back. I did want to note is if you're taking product photos for your website or for anything, My only tip would be to not go too crazy on the color edits, because essentially you want to have the color as close as possible to the actual product. You know, color variations happen between how it looks on your screen, also how it's going to look on the customer screen. However, you want to do your due diligence on your end and pretty much stay true to your product, stay true to be honest about what your products actually look like. So make sure that when you're editing your photos and adjusting, that you're really not messing with the colors too much, because you don't want the customer to be completely surprised when the product that they get doesn't look anything like, or the colors aren't anything like what they saw on your website. So yeah, that's just a little tip. And obviously, like I said, color variations are going to happen from screen to screen. It happens. You can maybe make a little disclaimer on your site that says that. So I finished updating, or finished editing all the photos, got them to where I wanted them to be. They look okay. Basically just brighten them up a bit, and yeah. Yep. I think they look good. I think they'll do for what I'm. Oops. So I have my final photos. I've edited them. They look good. Good enough. I think they came out pretty well. So I'm going to add them to my Etsy shop and then also to my Faire account. My Faire account needs some work, some love, some revamping. So I really hope that this ties it all together, makes it look really polished and cohesive. I do want to mention, so with Faire, since it's wholesale, you really want to show what your products will look like packaged. So that's why I took pictures with my products packaged as well, and so I'll add that to each listing. I didn't have that before. That's something that I learned and it makes sense, so now I'm going to add those pictures in. Fingers crossed that it goes well. Yeah, so I will add them to my Etsy, add them to Faire. I'll show you a before and after what it looks like. I hope it's better. I hope it looks better. I think it will. Alright, so here is a view of the before and after. I think it turned out really nice. It looks a little bit more put together, more cohesive. So yeah, I think we did a great job. It looks great. If you want to see more of the photos, go check out my Etsy page and let me know what you think. So this is the end of the video, and if you've watched till the end, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, a comment, let me know what you think. Would love to hear from you. And until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye everyone.